Good morning everybody, welcome to the 28th of December 2021. We're really into that in-between time at the moment between Christmas and New Year, where the energies can always feel a bit weird. Well, that's how I find it anyway. We're at the end of, or concluding one year, and preparing to step into the new year. Change of energies. We're going from a number 5 year, where there's lots of chaos and change and instability, moving into a number 6 year where we have more balance and more harmony, and a bit of what feels like a bit of a reprieve after the hard work of a number 5 year. So you could be feeling a little bit all over the place like me. I'm totally in holiday mode, and even when I'm thinking about sort of plans for the new year and what I need to do, I just make a quick note and then I put it to one side, not to be contemplated, not to be thought about until we get into the new year. And for me that will be after the 2nd of January, which is the new moon in Capricorn. So it'll be interesting to hear how you're feeling at this in-between time. So we've got some astrology today. This is all from UK time. So the moon for most of the day is going to remain in Libra, and while in Libra it's going to form a square with Mercury, Venus and Pluto, who are all very close together in Capricorn. So there could be some disagreements or instability or unease between our emotions and instinct and intuition, with communication, with our values, power dynamics, or sort of our core inner power. As these 3 planets are all close together, you can feel a little bit discombobulated or a bit all over the place. It could show up as anxieties. So the best thing to do is to just sort of bring in that very peace-loving Libran energy, to nurture yourself and be kind to yourself. Then the moon is going to trine Jupiter, who is at the very end of Aquarius and preparing to go into Pisces tomorrow for the first time in 12 years. Usually Jupiter stays in each sign of the zodiac for roughly a year, but this year, next year, 2022, in Pisces, Jupiter's going to move through it very, very quickly, and we'll only be spending about half a year there. I'll talk more about Jupiter going into Pisces tomorrow, and then later this evening the moon is going to enter Scorpio. So on the back of these squares between the moon and Mercury, Venus and Pluto, once the moon enters Scorpio, that could be a good time to have a deep dive and investigate and research into what may have come up earlier in the day. Also today, Mercury is entering his shadow period as he approaches his station retrograde on the 14th of January. So again, we're starting to prepare for these sort of reviewing and going over energies. So things particularly that come up today with this square with the moon and with the other planets in Capricorn, then it could uncover themes that will come more to the forefront as we go into Mercury retrograde. Okay, So that's the sky news, the astrology. Let's do some cards and see what they have to say about it all. What help, advice, support, guidance the cards can give us to help navigate all this astrology. So we're using Wisdom of the Oracle deck this morning. What do we need to know for the 28th of December 2021? Messages from Spirit for the collective. What do we need to know? Any messages to come through? Help us navigate these energies. Oh, itchy nose. That's one of my signs that Spirit is close by. He would like to tickle my nose. So I always sort of pay attention to that. Let's see what we've got. Okay, happy. Fork in the road. And breathe. Okay, so these cards are reminding me of the mythical shaman oracle card that we pulled yesterday for the week, the Luminous Warrior. And it's about sort of connecting to your higher self, your higher vibration, thoughts and emotions, and wisdom. And yeah, being in a higher vibration. Fork in the road, seeing this onto, it could be a physical decision about which way to go in life, but it can also be, again, sort of going with the high vibration energies or getting sucked down into your low vibration energies, being critical of yourself, seeing the negative in things. So really try and stay in the higher vibration energies. If you do find yourself at that fork in the road, then come back to centre, breathing deep down into your core and reconnecting with that higher self and those higher frequency energies. Okay. Oh my God, really itchy this morning. Let's see. Sticking with the Light Seers Tarot again today. Oh my God, excuse me. Just they feel like the right deck to use in these in between energies between the end of the year and the beginning of the new year. So just they always feel like I'm shining a light on things. You know, I've got lots of different decks and they all read in different ways and have different energies, right through from things like my El Goliath deck, which is a shadow deck, Wild Unknown Tarot, which, I mean, although all the decks are positive, just sort of, they read it for different ways, and I use them for different readings. And right now, it feels to me that the connection is with this deck. So what do we need to know for today, the 28th of December 2021? Messages from Spirit for the collective. What do we need to know? Messages for the collective. Okay. I will remember to pull the cards today. I don't know if anybody noticed yesterday that I forgot to pull one from the bottom of the deck. I did put a little note in the description with the reading. As I'd already started uploading the other videos, and I was getting on with doing stuff when I realised. Okay, so let's see what we've got for today. Okay, so we have the Moon. We have the King of Swords. We have the Emperor. Move those up there a little bit. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the Ace of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Cups. Okay. So, let's just put those up there. Get a little feel for the reading. Okay, so at the centre of the deck, where we are at the moment, we have the Moon card. Okay. And at the beginning of the reading, when I was saying that for me, the end of the year and the crossover into the new year, for me, will be the 2nd of January with the new moon in Capricorn. So this is feeling sort of very much connected to that, and also that energies of being adrift in this in-between energy. It's just sort of being out of time and space, out of your comfort zone, and just a bit drifty. It's like sort of the rules have been dropped, is how it's coming through. This can be overwhelming for you, feeling sort of out of your comfort zone and things. In this card particularly, with the figure of the woman being under the surface of the water, could be overwhelmed with emotion. I talked about that the moon squaring Mercury, Venus and Pluto. That this could be summing up that feeling overwhelmed with emotions, or just anxieties, or just feeling out of sorts in yourself. So yeah, that's where we find ourselves at the moment. The Moon card, which is our intuition, our emotions, things that are coming up from the subconscious, things that are just out of sight here. You sense them, but you can't actually see them. And we've got the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is about the power of the mind, the power of communication, the power of information. And I particularly like this one because of all the birds in it. There's an owl, owls being symbols of wisdom and things, raven or crow type bird. Often we have stories in myth of crows and ravens bringing information and knowledge, or information back to the person about what's going on, what others are doing. And then there's also a bat, and bats sort of communicate their location and find their food by using like sonar senses. So there's all different ways of communication about being in control of the power of the mind and being balanced. When we're in our emotions and under the surface, it can be sort of quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Discombobulating. We can't get a sense of our mind. In this card is asking us to do our best to do that. The Mercury card, which is around communication, information, the details of things. Then we have the Emperor. And for me, the Emperor is a card of self-mastery, of being very solidly grounded, going very well with this King of Cups to balance out this Moon energy. Okay, grounding ourselves, being very firm and stable. Okay, so then we have in the Venus position, which is our values around money, around love, relationships, beauty, the things we value in our lives, harmony. We have the Knight of Swords. So that messages could come in really quickly, that Mercury and Venus working together, and they will actually come into a full conjunction tomorrow, that it could be messages that come through that give us some new knowing around sort of love, or around sort of wealth and money and things like that. Could be about love, because in the Sun position, which is what's consciously in front of us, and our core vitality and energy and things, we actually have the Two of Cups. It can be another person coming in, but for me, the tarot reads as an internal process. So the messages coming through could be around love, self-love, self-appreciation. I said to you earlier that it could be sort of quite discombobulating today, coming back to sort of self-love and looking after yourself, and balancing the mind and the heart, the masculine and the feminine sides within us, and just coming back into balance. Can also be connected to the higher self and knowing that you're not alone in this. Then the Mars position, which is how we take action, our will, our drive, determination, our creativity. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so what we learn today could bring in change. Okay, open something up, can spark us onto a new pathway, can help us make that decision, which fork in the road we go. Okay, the Jupiter card, which is good luck, good fortune, hope, justice, freedom, expansion, and expansiveness in our life. We have the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is about reminiscing and looking back into the past and who we've been, and how life has come through. And sometimes we have to make peace with the past so that we can move on and life can change for us. That was a message for somebody coming through there. The Saturn card, Saturn being the planet of limitations and obstacles and responsibility and commitments and restrictions and things like that. We have the Ace of Cups. So this is saying to me today that we can't take a step forward, we can't move forward until we make that connection with our heart, because everything comes from the heart. This happy, the Two of Cups here, loving from the past. What's the word I'm looking for? This is really the key to it, is connecting to the heart. And it could be that's where the messages are coming through. The card at the bottom of the deck, which is the general environment of the reading, we have the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is about walking away from something. Saturn in Pisces. And it's not always that we want to move away from. We love being in our comfort zones. We love being in our old patterns, what feels familiar. But life calls us forward. And in this card we can see she's walking towards a new dawn. And whenever I see this card, I always think of Nina Simone. New day, it's new day, a new way. I can't sing very well, so I won't talk to you with that. And and I'm feeling good. It's that sense of you're just walking towards the new dawn, and it's a change, something new's coming in, and just that sense of excitement about starting on that journey. So we might be feeling all over the place at the moment and struggling. Know that this too will pass. Be kind to yourself throughout. Love yourself. Helps you to get through. Remember to breathe. And know that the energies are constantly changing, and if you are struggling with this or things are coming up, then work with them to learn and to what do we need to know for these help? We've got that one. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, as the emotions and things come up, as I said yesterday, I think it was, about I acknowledge them, I thank them for keeping me safe, and then sort of I allow them to go. And it won't be the last time I face them. Likewise for you as well, it won't be the last time that you face these emotions. They will come back, but each time, sort of, if you acknowledge them rather than trying to push them away, then gradually, we integrate those energies into who we are in our new selves. The card that jumped out was the Council of Light. As I say, you're not alone. Connect to your higher self. Connect to your higher vibration, the higher beings. And I say, the message about sort of my tickly nose at the beginning, the Council of Light, divine orchestration, help us in the subtle realms. That's the message that they wanted to get through to me, was that we're not here doing this on our own. We've always got access to all these helpers, and we just have to acknowledge that and open our hearts to them, and they will work with us. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for watching. I hope it resonated. Bit discombobulated at the moment, sort of in this in-between time myself. So yeah, I'm a bit all over the place, you may have seen. But yeah, we just keep working through with these energies each day, showing up and doing what's revealed to us to do. If you like this video, it resonated with you, then please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please contact me at my email address, which is below in the description box. And have a wonderful day, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching.